Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Friday. It is June 7th, 2024. That's it. We made it. It's Friday. It's a Friday. It's Friday. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend planned. You know what your girl got planned? Absolutely nothing other than the normal stuff. I'm gonna do some writing. I'm gonna go to my part-time job and get some extra coins, because gotta get this cruise trip paid off, people. Yes, your girl's taking her first time cruise for her 52nd birthday. It's my sister's 50th, my 52nd. We turning up 7 days at the end of this year. I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself, but I'm excited. I just hope I don't get seasick. I've been on smaller boats, no seasickness, but this is my first time, y'all, getting on an actual cruise. I've been invited before, but I've always said no because I have a phobia with boats and big masses of water. Yeah, I drowned when I was a child, and I've always had a phobia about that. But I'm throwing caution to the wind, and I'm taking a cruise trip with my big sister. I'm the big sister with my sister for her 50th and my 52nd. It's gonna be so awesome. So girl, gotta get them coins together, cause gotta keep things afloat. But anyway, guys, how was GHing for you guys? I'm gonna talk about my highlights when I talk about the show, guys. I do have one highlight, and that's when Willow said she was going on a date, and Wiley was like, I don't like that. I don't like that idea. And she's like, boycott it. It's with your daddy. That reminds me of my son when he was little, and he was so protective over his mom. And he was just like, what are you doing? Who are you going out with? I don't know if I like that. Who is he? What? And he still is super overprotective. I love my son. He's the best. I love all my sons. I'm blessed to have some handsome, beautiful, wonderful sons. But anywho, guys, that was my highlight. Please leave your highlight. Well, that was one of my highlights. Please leave your highlights and your comments in the comments section. You guys know, y'all comments be giving me life. Y'all be having me rolling. I love every single one of them, and I really appreciate that you take the time to share your feelings about what's going on with the show. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, because it gets my video out there. And hey, we got a new subscriber. Hi, welcome aboard. Welcome to the couch. I hope hope I earn your subscription. I appreciate every single one of you guys hitting that like and that subscription button. It means a lot to me. But moving along, let's get this story started, guys, because I'm gonna keep it real. GH is okay. Let me just get to this story. Okay, so what's going on with Willow and Drew? What is going on with Willow and Drew? It's just so uncomfortable, guys. I just hope that they do not have Willow cheating on Michael with Drew. Okay? I would have taken TJ or anybody that's actually in her age group, but Drew, and he just slept with her mama, and he's just sleeping with her mother-in-law. Come on, dude. GH, get it together. Get it together, GH. Please. Somebody who knows the people, get it together. This is uncomfortable this is uncomfortable. It's cringy to the finest, okay? Even with Wiley involved, it still was cringy. And of course, we got Nina doing her favorite, lurking around the corners. Telling, I ain't gonna be doing that for Drew, while Drew up there helping her out. And of course, Wiley sees Nina. Grandma Nina! We ain't heard that in a long time. And all I'm going to say is Nina needs to keep her eye on Drew while he's up there smoozing Willow. Okay? I mean, I know you caught up in you not knowing where you are with, Willow and everything, but you need to get your eye open, honey, because it's just highly inappropriate. It's just weird. And y'all probably like, Trey ain't inappropriate. He ain't did nothing. Y'all don't see it. Y'all don't see it, because I see it. It makes me, yeah, it's weird. And I'm gonna add, I really hate that they're doing this manipulation game with Willow. It's like they're trashing they're trashing Finn. They're trashing, well, we know why they're trashing Sunny, but at least they're giving Sunny a loophole. They're trashing, I'm sorry, Drew. Anyway, I hate this manipulation thing because this is so out of character for Drew. I just, what? And I know people are like, well, Twerry, she did know that he was kind of working things in the background, but but they are also still portraying that Nina and Drew have this working well relationship when I think the only thing they like doing is bumping uglies. I think that's the only thing they can agree on is bumping uglies. And yeah, I do see a little bit of twinkle in Nina's eyes, but they still also only thing they can agree on is bumping uglies. But they're portraying this happy-go-lucky workmanship just in front of Willow, and it's really just to get Willow more comfortable with Nina. And Drew sucks. Okay, I'm sorry, long neck Drew just sucks. This is just so he can score some points in his business. Okay, that's all I see. But Drew and Wally head back to the pool, and I'm like, where the hell is his daughter? Why is she ain't at the pool? Where's Scout? Oh, I forgot. Scout's with her stepfather, Dante. Or should we say her only father, Dante, because all we ever see Drew is chasing skirts. Or chasing his cousin's wife's skirt. He's just, ugh. Guys, I am looking forward to not seeing Drew as much when he goes off into his governorship or wherever he's going. Bye! I can't wait, okay? Because his inappropriateness is just off the chain. Now, if they could draw that back and get him more focused into Nina and they can do their thing, I just think the Willow add-on is just cringy. I'm going to leave it alone, though. I'm going to leave it alone. But I do see, like I said, I do see Nina falling for Drew, or at least admiring him for other than just his body. I almost died laughing when Willow said, oh, Drew's so good with Wiley and Amelia. Oh, yeah, and his daughter, too. The fact that she had to be the third mention and the second thought is very telling on where Scout fits in Drew's life. Y'all remember when he was held captive and he had a picture of a stick figure with a little girl and all these little notches? Yeah, I remember that too. Poor Scout. Poor Scout. She has a whole entire dad, and Dad would rather be doing what he's doing and spend time with anybody but his daughter. And I wrote, don't worry, Drew forgets his daughter all the time. And yes, Nina's still lurking, just walking back and forth. You don't think that's... Come on, girl, why you doing that? Then she turns around and goes the other way. Wiley tells Willow that it's time to go because she has a date. And he's like, I don't like that idea. He says it straight face. Don't be doing my daddy like that. She like, boys with your dad. Okay then. But that to me was the freaking cutest. I loved it. I don't like that idea. What you talking about? You going on a date? Don't be cheating on my dad. Now hold up. Now my grandma Nina already told me that you weren't my real mama. I'm gonna stop. We're gonna move along to Dex. Guys, Dex done healed up real quick with his little short shorts on. And I guess they matching him and Geo up to be the best buds. Because, that Spencer and Dex thing didn't go out too well, Especially with Dex putting Spencer in a headlock. Oh, shoot. And you know, Dex and Joss, they're going to get back together. I see Dex and Joss rising, but he congratulates her on her first day of lifeguarding. And I'm like, so what is she doing exactly? Because it seems like she was talking to Dex at the bar, talking to Trina at the bar. She was only actually lifeguarding at least one time. And lifeguards are supposed to stay near and dear at the pool. Joss is over here kicking it, drinking teas and doing the most. And Gio running around, and Gio's running into everybody. He actually straight bumper car Trina. Oh, and the conversation of the conversation of Joss's ex stepfather comes up, and I'm like, Trina, really? Where is your real father? While you are out here labeling people as stepfathers and ex-stepfathers, where is your ex-stepfather? Father, stepfather, blood donor? I don't know what you want to call Taggart, but it's so funny how you can keep talking about somebody else's father. You're missing one, girl. You're missing a daddy, a whole daddy that has raised you all your life. This is so baffling how this child could be raised by a man all her life, and all of a sudden his name don't even come out of her vocabulary. And you know what, GH, y'all need to get it together, okay? The writing is atrocious. How y'all write people's parents off and kids off is atrocious. How you just disappeared Trina's whole entire history is atrocious. Portia ain't even talking about her ex-husband that she cheated on. I just be damned. I just be damned. Trina tells Gio that Sonny is so awful. Even though she really doesn't know why he's so awful, because Joss hasn't exactly told her everything. But y'all just see Gio's face change up real quick. Girl, that's my Uncle Sonny the Pope. Meanwhile, Dex is telling Joss that he's seen Sonny, and Sonny is giving him the thumbs up because Joss is like, well, I don't see no bullet holes. He's like, yeah, I'm good to go. He even don't even care about me being a cop. And I'm like, Dex, to be honest with you, you should be floating in the river because you're a snitch. You're a snitch. And I'm not saying I want Dex gone. What I'm saying is you don't work for the mob and then become a cop and not expect to not wear cement shoes. I love the fact that GH is all about the fantasy, but some of these storylines are starting to become a little bit too unbelievable. But you know, I shouldn't have. I don't know why I started there and went there. But Jill lets Trina know that Uncle Sonny is a family, like he's family, like you know, like they see him as the Pope. And Trina mentions to Gio that Joss and Sonny have bad history. And I'm sitting here trying to remember, does Trina know anything about Joss and Sonny's history? Or anything at all? Anything. Because I'm pretty sure Joss hasn't really told Trina anything about Sonny. But she's just assuming, because Jocelyn doesn't like Sonny, that, and I'm sitting here listening to Trina talk about Sonny, and I'm like, girl, talk about your own dad. Where your daddy at, Trina? Where your daddy at? Where your forever daddy at that you said that you would never, ever, ever? And I know it's not up to Trina. I know, because I'm pretty sure for a person playing that role to have a forever daddy, and also your forever daddy does not even be mentioned, it's got to be awful and weird. And for the viewers that are watching, we just like, really, GH? Really, GH writers? Where you? Somebody is in there. They smoking that wacky tobacco. And they done forgot half the history, half the script, and they think we smoking wacky tobacco, and we done forgot it too. That's the only thing I can think of, guys. That is the only thing I can think of, is that somebody has dementia, and they want us to have dementia with them. Because these storylines are starting to drive me insane. I'm being patient. I know we going through all these upheavals with writers, which is kind of nerve-wracking, but there's something got to happen. Frank, what's going on? Frank. Come on, Frank. Come on, Mr. Valentini. Fix it, please. Fix it so we can get back to our loving show. And he don't even have to tackle, don't even have to come back like on contract. Just, recurring. Just come in there, be on the phone. At least have the girl calling him. But anyway, Gio asked why she was acting weird, why she was looking at him all weirdly, and did she know him from someplace? And Trina admits that he reminds her of somebody that passed, and then she runs off. And I was like, well, maybe she's calling her forever dad. I know, guys. I like stop it, Tori, let it go. No, I won't. Okay, because I love my soap so, and we need to do better. But she's freaking out, and she's still having a lot of memories of Spencer. And Joss tells Dex that the grief just snuck up on her, and that she really loves Spencer, and that this is really hard on her. And it's just odd to me, and maybe this is because of the big storyline or whatnot, but it's odd to me how everybody on this soap show gets over everybody. You seen how fast Liz got over Franco? I'm just saying, it wasn't fast, but it was fast. I mean, everybody gets over everybody real quick. They move on, and we still have Trina pining for a guy. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Oh, but yeah, Dex asked Joss out, which is shocking because we already knew that was going to happen. I just, guys, I think they're a cute couple. I can do without the 1,000 sex scenes between those two. I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep it real. So, meanwhile, guys, we're gonna move it over to Officer Chaselin Chase. Chase calls Finn a SOB because he's using their dad to drink. And me and Brooklyn looked at him like, really? Really? And when Brooklyn said, well, I mean, I would have said it too, but girl, be quiet. Y'all. And I'm like, so I guess nobody is really familiar. And why would they? But even Chase says, I should know something because I'm a cop. And Chase, you're not really a great cop. But, guys, y'all can argue with me about it, but let's be real. He's not. But, it's just kind of, it's sad that nobody can, and maybe this is why this is what I hate. Okay, so the GH once again is just screwing Finn over, just screwing Michael East, just poo-pooing on this man's head. One of the better fathers on GH, other than Michael and Dante, if he could be around Rocco. You know what I'm saying? Other than Michael and Dante, Finn the only daddy on this show. And they are literally taking massive dumps on his head, along with his brother and his wife and the wife-in-law. Because where's the empathy? This man is a recovering drug addict who just came in the room, seen his dad ice cold in the bed, then has to live in the same house, pack up this man's clothes. And the only thing these two can talk about is kidnapping his kid. I just don't see, the lack of empathy here is heartbreaking. That's all I can say. But Chase wants his bro to get help and protect Violet. And I'm like, intervention, all the time, every time they kept saying, what can we do? How can we do it? I just kept screaming, intervention, intervention, intervention. Get Tracy, get Alexis together, intervention, intervention, intervention. Brooklyn tells him that it is part of the disease, and Chase says Finn's acting was just pretending like he was, but acting like he was sorry. He ain't. There was times in this scene where I wanted to strangle Chase. I'm not even going front. I'm not even a violent person, but I was like, also because he's not responding the way you are responding, he's pretending that he's in grief. I hope this guy's a cop, and this is how he thinks about when it comes to his own brother. This guy's a cop. He's supposed to be a cop. To me, Chase is either very naive or he's very narrow-minded, and those are just my opinions. He's either very naive or he's just very narrow-minded. Either or, that's not good cop material. But I am glad that Brooklyn was there to shut that part down, because she's like, whoa. Now you know what? I'm glad. Honestly, I don't care for Brooklyn. I don't. I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. But I don't hate. I don't have a I don't care about it like that. But I don't care for Brooklyn. She's not one of my. I like Brooklyn more than I like Liz. How about that? But I'm glad. It seems like she's good at balancing Chase out from his narrow-mindedness, and I'm hoping that as they grow together, that she kind of helps him with that, because he's not. That's not cute. I wrote Chase lives in a very strange bubble, like he was sheltered as a child. Brooklyn tells him he's too close to see things clearly. Clearly, he's too close to see anything. And I wrote maybe he's a little naive also. Maybe he's bigly naive. I don't know. But I do know that Chase does love his brother. And he just doesn't probably know how to handle things. And I'm glad he has Brooklyn there, because he wants to help his brother, but at the same time shield his niece from what's going on with her father. And I said once again, it's called an intervention. Brooklyn tells Chase that they can take Violet to Italy while Finn is in rehab. I'm like, wow, wait, this man's already in rehab. We've already rehabbed Finn. We've already picked out the rehab location. Chase tells her, yep, and we can go to jail for kidnapping, because I'm pretty sure Finn and Violet won't take too lightly to us just changing the narrative in her housing. And I really don't think they are listening to Violet, because Violet didn't even want to leave her dad. Like, she's stressing the fact that she left her dad. So if you're just removing her completely from her father, you think that's gonna fly with Violet? Violet, it'd be different if Violet was, let's say, Amelia or somebody's young, a little bit more naive. Violet a full-grown woman. I think she's like 40 years old underneath that blonde hair of hers. Because that little girl got some wisdom, honey. I'm hoping that Violet's mama comes home. I'm hoping they talking about, I keep hearing little rumor mills that there's a surprise person coming home. I hope it's Violet's mom. Because she does not need to lose her father and her granddaddy. And Chase and Brooklyn is not, and the Quartermains are not going to replace that for Violet. Violet got strongly connected to her father, and is so sad and narrow-minded of both Brooklyn and Chase to think that they can put this little block into Violet's head and she's going to forget about what's going on with her dad. Come on, yeah. I think if they bring Violet's mama back, which another parent we don't ever talk about, which is strange. I guess she and Taggart are probably at the same hotel or in the same city. Nixon Falls Part 2. I don't know. But if you really want to be real, we need to bring Violet back. We need to bring Violet mama back. But they discuss summer camping at the Quartermains to distract Violet. Then they can do the intervention. And Brooklyn does suggest adding Tracy, because Tracy and Finn are very close. Which is why that's the perfect person. Honestly, I don't even think Chase should come, because Chase is going to say something to trigger Finn and just piss him off. Because Chase is speaking with heart and tongue. He ain't speaking with his mind. Does Chase, let me shut up. She's gonna be like, why you hate no Chase? Chase wants an easy button with Finn, but there are no easy buttons when it comes to alcoholism or any type of addiction. Chase is also afraid that Finn will end up doing something he regrets and can't come back from. And I'm like, what? Like he's something that he's doing about right now? Here we go. Story about to break my heart. Finn's at the bar tossing it back. And guys, what is Jake? We all talking about how bad Danny is. Jake at the bar ordering drinks and drinking with his underage friends. All I'm going to say is that these young boys act a lot like they mamas, don't they? They act a lot like they mamas, because that's the one thing Jason wasn't doing at Jake's age or Danny's age. He wasn't doing nothing that his sons are doing. But it sure do sound like they pick up a lot from their mamas. I was like, what the hell Jake is drinking? And when he sees Finn at the bar with that blondie chick, I was like, oh gosh. Priceless. like Jake was kind of like putting Finn on this golden pedestal and Jason was way down here. So it's awfully, I'm not going to say it now, but I'm going to say it, fuck it. It's awfully funny that at the end it's said that Jake is calling Jason. He wants to leave because his mom's boyfriend's there. And they're like, what? He ain't thinking about us, man. Just chill, be quiet. He's, he's over there drinking and doing him. And I just, guys, Finn's so lost and broken. And Blondie's putting on the moves. The boys actually get the beers. And I laughed hysterically when I seen homeboy with a bitter beer face. I was like, yeah, honey, that's beer, honey. That's actually good beer. Jake's freaking out and says that he says that that Finn wouldn't hurt his mom. And I'm like, nah, Jake, my love, he is too busy hurting himself. He is hurting himself. He's not even thinking about Liz. He's not. Liz is like the furthest thing from his mind right now. That man is wrapped in grief, regret, guilt from how him and his father was. It's all of that. And I'm just going to say right now, Blondie, homegirl, she acting a little bit like a pro. If you get my drift, a pro, like a working pro. I wouldn't be surprised if she either takes Finn's wallet, keys, or ask for his credit card after this is all said and done. Don't come after me, guys. I'm just saying, okay? She kind of gave me that pro vibe, okay? Finn ends up buying a bottle for the road, and my heart just breaks in half. When Jake sees Finn smooshing real close with the blonde, he's had enough and wants to confront him. And his friend's like, whoa, man, you're going to get us busted. We're drinking. Finn leaves with the blonde, and you see how his friends got up and just like kind of like blocked him so they couldn't see him. And his friends tell Jake that his mom deserves something better than that loser. And I'm like, she does. She does. This is not the first time for Elizabeth having one of the guys that I think this is like the third time that she's had somebody. I don't know, Liz and an addiction man is just crazy. And Jake leaves right behind her. So Finn and the blondie head back to his place where his father's clothes are still all over the room. And I can see it in my eye. I can see it. This man hates himself. And P.S. Michael Easton is killing the game. I agree with one of the commenters from earlier. Yes, he definitely deserves an Emmy for all of this. This man is killing the game, guys. I am riding the emotional roller coaster with Finn. I always liked Michael Easton. I liked them better as Silas, and I liked them better as Silas. I liked every single rendition of Michael Easton. Finn, it took me a little bit to get Finnanized. This right here has definitely made me Finnanized. I'm hurting for old boy. I'm hurting for him so bad. And he hates himself. He hates everything he's becoming. Bonnie says she can help, and we know what she's talking about. Jake, by the way, meanwhile, Jake is heading to GH to tell his mom that he's seen Finn leaving a sketchy bar, but forgot about the part that he went there to drink. Oh, boys. Oh, and he wasn't alone either. He was with a female, like with her. And our first thing I thought is that this probably brings back memories of Maxie and Lucky. Pretty sure she's headed to Finn's. Jake calls someone and tells them that his mom needs them. And I'm pretty sure that was Jason. Liz uses her key and walks in and sees Finn, the blondie, and the bottle. And I was like, girl, bye. You don't need this. Elizabeth, you don't need this. As much as I dislike you, as much as self-righteous and holier now than you are, you don't need this. And you don't deserve it, girl. Throw that key on that counter and walk out. Finn's a grown man. You don't owe him that. You do owe your niece some care, though. And I wrote, one thing to drink, another whole thing to cheat. Is that it? That's it today? That's all today's show? I guess that is today's show. Yeah, that is today's show. Guys, I'm just going to keep it real. I hate that they are trash dumping Michael Easton. And I heard he's off a contract now. I hate that they're trash dumping Michael Easton. I really do. I can also say for the first time too, I'm a little concerned with the writing that's going on with General Hospital. Um, I like mess. Yes, guys, you know I love messiness. I love messiness. But some of this is just like the Drew and the Willow thing. Even Drew and Willow, and even Drew and Nina manipulating Willow. I don't even care about that. That's mess. That's GH. That's what soap is supposed to do. But the Drew and the Willow connection, it's just y'all know. Come on, y'all know. And Finn, I know a lot of us didn't really care for Finn, and we definitely didn't care for Finn and Liz. I am not sad that reunion is over. I am a little nervous. I am a little leery about them bringing Jason and Liz back. I know some people love that connection. No. Can we get Jason a new love interest, please? And leave these girls alone. He needs a new love interest. I don't know. I don't know. I never. Don't do that to Jason, please. That would be so. That's like a Carly situation with Liz. You know, don't do that to Jason. He deserves better than Elizabeth. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep it real. He does. But Finn, trash dumping one of the better daddies on GH. GH, what are you doing? What are you doing? I'm not crying. I'm not. I'm just. I don't know where Elizabeth Corte and all the rest of the writers are going with these storylines, and I know with all the upheavals of changes in stories and writers that we are going to get a lot of, but Elizabeth, please say y'all gotta don't get this show canceled, guys. Y'all gotta do something. Y'all gotta wrap up these story plots, please, and do better, because this ain't making. I was checking the feeds. I've been all over on the YouTube looking at, and it's a mixed consensus, but I have noted that there's a lot of discord with GH right now, with the fans. They're very unhappy with General Hospital. A lot of people are screaming cancel, which we don't want that, okay? I love General Hospital, even with this craziness, even with them destroying a very good character, and I love General Hospital, and I don't want to see it canceled at all. But I do think they might need to stop, and I don't know, some redirection, a little shake up. Can we not keep rehashing the same tired stories? Can we not keep rehashing the same tired stories? How many times is Finn gonna fall off the bender? How many times is Alexis going? I mean, and how many times is Jason? No. We need something different. The medicine, the mix-up medicine, we need something different. Come on, people. I'm going to wrap it up, guys, because I don't want to spend 4 hours complaining about my concerns with General. And I'm not complaining. I'm just stating my feelings. Please state your feelings at the end of this show in the comment section. Not about my feelings, about your feelings, about how you feel about what's going on with GH. I love to hear you guys' opinion about what y'all feel about what's going on with the show. Luckily enough, I don't have a lot of people on my feed saying, cancel GH! I'm so happy you guys have hope for the show like I do. I know one person did to say on one of my other shows that she was gonna give GH a rest, and like I told you before, honey, sometimes it's good to get that keep your peace. Keep your peace. GH gonna be here. Keep your peace. Hopefully by the time you come back, GH got it together. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to find out what's going on with GH, come holler at your girl. I'll keep you informed. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Have a wonderful weekend, peeps, and sleep well. And I might pipe in on you guys tomorrow or Sunday. I don't know, but we'll see. Be blessed and have a great day. Bye.